What's going on, guys? Quick update. Well, I don't know if it'll be quick. I just talked to you guys for a little while. As some of you know, Stepping on My Problems, my new single dropped not too long ago. I think it was last week. And shout out to Holy Culture Radio for the radio spins, man. I greatly appreciate y'all. It got posted on Rapzilla. How you doing? Rapzilla is like the biggest Christian hip-hop blog site, so that's really dope. It's really dope that they posted it. That was the first release that I've ever gotten on Rapzilla, so that's cool. I will make the announcement here first. I'm planning on dropping a short project. My birthday is September 1st, so I plan on dropping a little project on September 1st. Maybe 4 to 5 songs, something like that. Now, let's get into what I really want to talk about. Even as much as I trust God, I still get frustrated sometimes. And I get frustrated because, y'all, I really want to link up and work with other Christian artists. And I understand the business of the industry. The stage that I'm at, that I am currently in, I just want to create. I want to create with other creatives, other people that have the heart of God. And it gets kind of frustrating sometimes because, I try to go through what I feel like are the proper protocols and the proper channels, to try to collaborate with other artists, to try to collaborate with certain venues or, certain platforms. And man, I get left on red so much, or I don't know. Even when I try to approach it from a standpoint of like, hey, can you let me know how much it would be to work with you or XYZ, I still get left on red. And it gets frustrating sometimes. But I know that faith is the evidence of things unseen and the assurance of things to come. So I'm just pushing forward, buddy. But let me tell you what, the runaround that I have been getting from trying to collaborate with others, let me tell you what it has made me do that I didn't realize that I was doing this until one of my friends pointed it out to me. He said, man, I feel like your music is missing something. Like I can hear some different sounds on it. And what I have began doing is, because I've had trouble collaborating with other artists, I tend to play it really safely. When I'm selecting beats, there's certain beats that I won't even, you know what? Hold on, y'all. Hey, y'all, I'm sorry about that. There was a gentleman out here with a leaf blower. Y'all probably still hear him. Anyway, it has made me be very selective of the types of beats that I use, right? Like, for example, I may hear a beat that is really funky, right? Yes, I still say funky. The beat's really funky, but I can hear it and I can tell that this particular record may need a singer on it, right? Well, since I'm not really tight with any singer that I know of, like in this space, or somebody that I know can get something back to me, like in a timely fashion, especially like some records, like I can hear a male voice, then what happens is I tend to just say, like, you know what, I'll pick another beat. And I don't want to do that, Now, I also want to say that this is just me talking about what's going on now, right? I know that God's work is going to get done. I'm just talking to you guys randomly about what's going on. Kayo, why are you making this video? I'm making this video because I realized I don't show my face enough on this channel. All right, so let's get to my next story. And I have to tell you guys about an epic L that I took, okay? Took a very big L, all right? Let me tell you guys about this L that I took, okay? So there is a gospel affiliation that I will not name the name of them, okay? All right? But in this affiliation, it's a nationwide affiliation, and they have big events all around the country, okay? Now, this affiliation is full of prominent Christian DJs, bishops, prominent Christian radio hosts, the radio stations, Christian promoters, Christians that put together tours. Okay, so, and there are usually at least one or two really big Christian artists that get invited to these events. Okay, now I'm just giving y'all that backstory to let you know that it's really good if you are in one of these rooms, and it's even better if you are in one of these rooms and you get to present your art. Okay, now there was an event with this affiliation that was taking place in Norfolk, Virginia. I'm in Greensboro, North Carolina. Norfolk is about a 4-hour drive, somewhere in there, right? Now, there is a group that I'm affiliated with that me and the members of the group have been really close for years, okay? Now, the leader of the group had reserved a 15-minute set for the group that I'm affiliated with, okay? 15-minute set. This is important, guys, a 15-minute set. This group was using 11 minutes of their 15-minute set, leaving 4 minutes left. The song that I wanted to present in front of this room of important people was about 3 minutes. But 30 seconds of that 3 minutes is just the song fading out. So really 2 minutes and 30 seconds. I need y'all to walk with me. I'm going somewhere, guys. Okay, so I didn't want to miss an opportunity. So I got in my car and I drove 4.5 hours to be able to present my 2 minute and 30-second song, okay? This is not a paid event, guys. And some of you will say, well, Kayo, that's stupid for you to drive 4.5 hours to do a 2 minute and 30-second song. But I want you guys to understand, once again, there's enough power in this room to where if one of these influential people like your stuff enough, your stuff could just be on the radio at like 30 different radio stations tomorrow, right? In fact, I was at one event last year where I ended up meeting some people that want to put me in a movie. A few more people that we're discussing some touring opportunities. Now, they haven't come to pass yet, but, anyway. So, I get to the event, and I meet up with the team, we're talking, and a young lady who will also remain nameless, because I'm not trying to put anybody on blast, I'm just trying to tell my story, guys, about this L that I took. Now, this wasn't my first time meeting this young lady. I did an event last year in Washington State, and she was at the event. She was involved in it somehow, okay? Now, this particular event, she was, I guess, organizing this particular fashion show that the group that I'm affiliated with and myself were going to be a part of. All right, now remember, guys, we got a 15-minute set. We only using 11 minutes. My song, 2 minutes and 30 seconds, okay? She immediately greets me with her attitude. And she has an attitude from the beginning. And I don't want to say she kind of gave me the cold shoulder, but it was like, she had a lot going on. Anyway, so I talk to the DJ. I tell him the situation. We have a 15-minute set. My song is 2 minutes and 30 seconds. After you play their music, can you play this one song for me? I give him the song. He said, cool. We go out in the hallway, take a few pictures. I come back and the lady addresses me. Now, once again, this is not my first event with this young lady. Okay, in fact, at the other event that we did, guys, I was the headliner. Okay, so like we know each other. Call each other brother and sister on Facebook. Anyway, we get to this event and I walk outside and I come back in and this young lady says, oh, so you're gonna just go behind my back and try to get the DJ to play your music? The answer is no. And I said, oh, wow, this is, now at this point I am taken aback, okay? This is me. I'm taken aback by that statement that she made, okay? Now I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna cause a scene. I'm like, all right, it's cool. It's all good. I ain't tripping, right? So anyway, the group that I'm affiliated with, they do their set, which ends at 11 minutes right on the dot. And then the DJ doesn't play my song because she told him not to. And then immediately afterwards, after the team that I'm affiliated with gets off stage, the lady that had the attitude with me gets on stage and starts singing. She has a set herself. And I said, wow. I said, wow. I got cheated out of my look. Okay, whatever. So, guys, I wasn't even acting funny. She can sing her behind off, okay? That song that she got up there and sang, she sang that thing. She sang that song. So, she sings her song. She gets off stage. I'm not even hating, y'all. I'm clapping. I'm like, man, that's what's up. Now, there was an after party after the fashion show. Okay, the after party. I'm giving you guys these details for a reason, okay? So just stay with me. The after party was supposed to start at 8:30, okay? The after party was supposed to start at 8:30. What in fact happened is the event that we were supposed to be involved with ended at 7:45. Y'all ain't catch that. The event that I was involved with, supposed to be involved with, ended 45 minutes early. Now, Kayo, why are you saying that? What's the big deal? Well, guys, remember, I got cheated out of being able to do my 2 minute and 30 second song, and the event ended 45 minutes early. Wow. So instead of ending 45 minutes early, you guys just would have ended 42 minutes and 30 seconds early. So I didn't get to do my record. I get back in my vehicle and I drive 4.5 hours back home. I think I got home at like midnight, a little bit before midnight. Now, why am I sharing this story? I'm sharing this story because you know what's crazy? I know some people see where I am in my career, and if you're just getting started, one of your goals may be to get to this little small level that I am at right now. Right? Getting your song on a radio station and, you know, things of that sort. Being able to record yourself, whatever, right? Now, I look at the people that are just the heavyweights in the Christian rap industry. And I say, man, God, if you have that, if that's your will, that's what I want. I would love to be able to travel the world, bringing the gospel in a radical way. But let me tell you what I'm not going to do, right? What I'm not going to do is when God blesses my career and I get to the level of traveling the world, bringing the gospel, when I get to the level of being able to collaborate with artists that I've always wanted to work with, I'm not going to treat people like that. I'm not going to treat people differently because, first of all, we're Christian. Okay, we're Christian artists. Okay, Christian artists. That means when we're doing stuff, first of all, it's supposed to bring glory to God, right? But number two, we should operate distinctively differently than the world operates. Okay? Now, if I have 500,000 followers and I'm doing millions of streams, and an artist that is just getting started wants to do a record with someone, right? With that person that has the 500,000 followers, I'm not saying that person has to do it for free. You know, you've worked and you've gotten yourself to a certain level, right? And I do believe that you should be able to get to the point to where you're able to monetize your stuff, right? But that doesn't mean I treat that person like I'm better than them. That doesn't mean I treat them like crap. That doesn't mean that I act like I'm holier than thou, or I'm bigger than you, you know? Because, man, y'all know how it says, like, the last shall be first and the first shall be last. That's scripture, all right? I mean, God can take you from the bottom to the top and the top to the bottom in the blink of an eye. So I have an idea that I would like to do when I quote unquote make it. Maybe once a quarter, I want to collaborate with an unknown artist, up and coming artist for free. And when I get to the point where I get to tour one day, I want to have an opener at each tour stop that nobody knows, right? Up and coming, that they get to perform, you know? And even outside of that performer, me and my brother Benji was speaking about this, to where maybe we get 10 artists per city, and at the tour date that we frequent, these artists get free tickets to the show, and we play their music in between sets at the show. And then one of those 10 people get to open the concert up. And I'm not talking about these fake contests that I see a lot of artists do. Tag this person and we'll pick somebody for this city, when most of the time they already know who they're gonna pick. I mean, like, legitimately doing it. Picking one of these artists, letting them open up the show. I think that'd be cool, man. So I know I'm babbling a little bit, but once again, man, a lot of you guys on this channel have been really supportive of me. So I wanted to not only share with you guys some of the victories, like the radio play and the Rapzilla placement, but I also want to share with you guys when I take a L, you know, so that, number one, we could come back and we could look at this video in the future, and this would be funny, or it'll be motivating to somebody, you know. Now I can't say this. Some of the runaround gets a little old, and I'm not gonna lie to you. That 4-hour trip, I was a little hot. But, man, I just got me a praise and worship session on while I was in the car. I worked on some music while I was in the car. I had some quiet time just to be alone with my thoughts. Sometimes you need that, okay? So, you know, that's a little L that I took. So, but once again, guys, August 1st, we'll be dropping tentatively, all right? Planning on dropping a project. I'm walking too far. Let me walk back the other way now. What am I gonna call it? I have no idea. All right, so anyway, I love you guys, and stay tuned.